So to find your links, so what I want you to do is in order, or as you can, go ahead and type your question that you need answered in the chat, and I will answer them in order. If a lot of people have the same question, then I'll go to the screen and show you how to do it. But I want to see what we need to cover specifically for each person that's in here. And then we can go from there. And then, like I said, at the very end, we're going to make sure those that do not have Response Magic in your system, we're going to do it together while we're here, so that if you have any issues, we can get those resolved, because you need to have that Response Magic magnet on your pages. So I'm going to pull up the chat and see what we need. Facebook Messenger. All right, so we're going to do Facebook video. That's going to be tricky, because if it's what is Response Magic? So definitely, Mr. Dave, we're going to do Response Magic. All right, and then there was another one, Teresa, ads, unclassified. Okay, what else? Product description, good questions. Okay, Bruce is here. Welcome, Bruce. All right, so I'll check these back with these and see if anybody puts any more questions in. So I'll answer these first. All right, please mute yourself.
Well, hold on, can I ask a question real fast? This is Louis here. I'm trying to send a question, but I can't see where you send it.
Okay, if you look up here where these three dots are that says more, you should see where it says chat. Yours might look a little different if you see where it says chat. Do you see that anywhere?
Zoom group chat.
Yep. You see and chat.
There's a minus, a box, and an X.
Okay. Well, since we can't.
Is it down the bottom where it says share?
No, it should say chat.
I have chat.
Okay, if you click on that, it should give you a box like this that says Zoom group chat, and then at the bottom, like on the messenger, and then at the bottom, you should be able to type your question in.
Yeah, I typed it in, but how do I send it to you?
It's hit return. It should put it in there.
Enter, you mean?
Enter, yes.
Oh, there it is. Is that up now?
Yes, I see it.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, I'll mute myself now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, why doesn't WordPress help page to show the categories it's on with the yes, you will need, if you are trying to log into your site and you don't know your password, you will need it. Don't ever click on forgot password. It will shut your system down, and then you will have to pay to get it reinstated. That's just a security issue. If you need it, you should be able to pull up your old email where they sent it to you, and then you can copy and paste it in there. The only thing that you will need your website for today is Response Magic. But like I said, I'm recording this, so you can have your link to go there and look at the recording later if you don't have access to your information right now. So we'll be good. Okay. So the first question that I have is Miss Teresa. She was saying that she tried to put an ad on classifieds free and it didn't take it. Depending on which classifieds for free, if it's classifieds for free, he does have a message at the top of his ad now that says that he did change his server. The thing about it is the new server is really slow. If it takes too long, it will time you out, so your ad won't post. If you're on classifieds for free or classified ads, looks like he took it down. But he did have it might pop up later because you see how slow it is. It used to not be that slow, but he did have a disclaimer up here stating that he can no longer pay for the higher end server. So he went with a partial server. We shouldn't have any more shutdowns, but it is really slow. If you went with the other classified ads, that one does not allow you to repeat an ad. So if you have the same verbiage in an ad, it's a little different than classifieds for free. Classifieds for free, you can put as many ads as you want to say the same thing. But in this one, if you have the same ad going to the United States, it won't post it. It'll kick it out. You'll never see it. The other thing is when you go in to look at your ads, it will only show your most current ads that you posted. But they do send you an email when you put in an ad here. They do send you an email letting you know that your ad's posted. So if you want to see your ad, just click on your email that you get from them, and it'll show you where your ad's at. But when you go to click on my ads, it will only show you your most current ads. So if I go here and log in and see it, if I say see your stuff, it's only going to show me my most recent ads that I've done. It won't show me if I've done an ad in the same city or the same country. For the most part, it won't show me all of them. Now, these are different, but if I did it in the same, the United Kingdom and put a state or country within the United Kingdom, if I didn't change anything, it's not going to show it to me. It'll only show you the most relevant ones that you've done. So that's the other thing that you need to be aware of. The other thing is that you want to make sure you check your emails, because this company, they do send you an email every time you post. And once your post is approved, they will send you that email saying your ad's been posted. And then you can verify it and look at it from there. Classifieds for free. It's just slow. If it timed out on your computer, then more than likely what you'll have to do is just go back and repost it. But you see, it's just really slow since he switched that server. Okay. Tina, if you want to, Teresa, if you want to unmute yourself, if you have another question.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
So, well, I filled in everything on there. Did I miss something? Like I did the username, password, when I got into it. And I put on the pictures, but like when Rory did the pictures, it showed it in at the bottom at the 3 slots.
Yes.
It showed them.
This
didn't do that to me.
Okay. So what you're going to do here, a lot of people think you have to put the pictures here. You don't. You select them from your gallery, and your gallery puts a code here. So you don't put your pictures here.
When I did it, it didn't put the code there. It just put the picture down here where these pictures are, but it didn't put the code.
Yeah, you see this little box? You have to check that box, and then it puts the code there. So
okay, I see.
So even though you upload the picture, it's going to put it in your gallery, but for you to use that picture, you have to click and let them know, hey, that's the picture I want to use. And then there's your code.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then is there anything that I don't do my web page on there, or like right above that?
Yeah, you put your web page right here, where you want to send it. This is going to be your description. This you always want to make sure your category appropriate. So you don't want to put health and beauty and aviation and aircraft. They'll kick you off. So you always want to make sure that your ad's appropriate for the category. Make sure you have a header. All of this other stuff is optional for this site. So if you don't want to put a contact phone number or anything like that, you don't have to. I usually, like with the coffee, I will put, a price for the coffee. The wine, I don't put a price because it just depends on what they come in as. Some stuff, if I know there's a specific price, I'll put it in there. It just makes it easier for people to read so they don't come through and get shocked with saying, oh, I didn't know that would cost that, But for the most part, I leave this blank and just put my description in, put my URL, come down here and pick the pictures I want. If there's not one in my gallery that I want, I'll go and upload it and then make sure I click it. And then, once you post it, it'll show you what your site looks like. Then at the bottom, it'll give you the option, do you want to do another post? You will always click yes, and then it'll bring your same information back, exactly the same. Then all you have to do is change. If you did United States, then you want to start with each individual state. And then if your product's marketable in other countries, you can come down here when it comes back and you can market it to each country that it's available to. And then if you have time, depending on what you've set aside for your time to do your ads, I do 2 hours a day. And it's not always in the same ad group. I might do 30 minutes in classified. I'll do another 10 minutes, 30 minutes in one of my other sites. But I try to make sure I get some in all of my sites every day. And then, if
do you do each city too? Do you do each city too?
Yes, if I have time. If I want to just designate each, say, hey, all my 2 hours a day is going to be in classifieds for free, then yes, I'll come back after I've done the countries. I'll start with Alabama and go with each state or each city that is applicable in Alabama, because you can't over advertise. And like I was saying last week, this is a site that other companies buy into to advertise for. So just because you say for it to go to Alabama, there might be a city that this particular one doesn't buy into. So that's why you want to do each city so that it can be seen by whatever company is buying into classifieds. So that, you're not left out of anywhere. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So our next question is Facebook ads, a video from Facebook Messenger. The thing about Facebook Messenger is you have to see where the video came from. If it is a video from another company and somebody shared it, then the only thing you're going to be able to do is pull up their link from that video. And then if you do that, it will give you the code. Then you can download that code to your Dropbox, or you can email it to you and then download it to your Dropbox. And then once you do that, you will do the same thing that you normally do with your blocks, is you would just do a video block and you will put that code in there. It'll give you a HTTP code and you would just put it in there. I would always suggest, if it gives you that code, to go to YouTube and find the actual video. If it's a personal video, if they have an embedded code, then you can copy that embedded code and send it to yourself in an email and then do the same thing. And then what you can do is you would just come, where's my, get my, get my drafts here. We have 8 days of rain here in North Carolina too, so it's a dreary day.
And you don't feel well, so it makes it worse.
So what we're going to do here, so if you have that embedded code, then you would pull up your page and you would do a block and you would search for the block that you wanted. You can do it as a media block, or you can do it as a video block, either one, whichever you want to. And then you would post that code in. Let's go here and open this up a new tab. It always brings me back to my YouTube channel. So Yeah, it's really slow here today. So I know it's because of the weather. It's just saturated. Um, so what you can do is once your page comes up, you would just click on your dots or your plus sign. Change it. It won't do that. Change my code block to HTML code. I got to get rid of that. I'll fix that later. Okay, so you hit your plus sign, and then it gives you your commands. So you want to do a video block, and once it pulls up that video block, then you see where it says insert your URL. If you've downloaded it to your email and then downloaded it to your Dropbox, you just want to upload it. I always say, like I said, go to YouTube, find the exact video, and then get your code, your URL code from your YouTube. So if you want to type in how, like with my DIY, I'm going to type in how to and so here's how to make bows. And then you can look for, if you want it to be a short one, long one. Always look at your time. You don't want to do an 11-minute video on your screen. So you will click it on the actual video you want to watch, if you like one. And once the video starts playing, that's when you can all right. So then once it gets started, you're going to skip this information right here. Once it says skip ad, and go to your actual video. Once your video starts playing, then you're going to click here. You're going to right click it, and it gives you the codes. And you always want to copy the URL, video URL, and it will copy it. And then you can come back to your site and you can paste your URL and hit apply. And then it will embed your code, and then your video will show up. And here is where you write your caption. If you want to link it to your product, so you will write your caption right here. Like I have, you see it's auto saving, so it won't let me type while it's auto saving. Then it'll come back and say, get your supplies here. So I wrote a little caption because you can't link your videos. But once I write this caption, then I can come back and link this this caption right here with whatever company I'm going to put for supplies. I actually have a yarn company and a supply company that I can use. I just got to see which one I want to put there. But that's something that you can do as far as how to get videos. I wouldn't, like I said, unless it's a personal video, I would have them send it to your email. If it's on Messenger, it's kind of tricky because, like I said, you have to get the code, email the code to you, or if you have Dropbox on your phone, have it saved in your Dropbox, then you can pull up your Dropbox on your computer and it should still be there because Dropbox is a shared folder. If you've logged in with the same code on both of them, then whatever you put in your Dropbox on your phone will show up on your Dropbox on your computer. And then just do the same thing, get that code and pop it into there.
Sheila, it is a video from a friend.
Okay.
So
then I would have them email you the video.
Okay.
Yeah, because if it's from a friend, then you would need to download it. If it's on Messenger, you might get like let's see if I can get it to come up.
It wouldn't be too big to send in email, or
she can, when it has that, it'll give her the option on how she wants to send it. Depending on your email box, she can, have it sent in a smaller file or send it as is, depending on how long it is. But that would probably be your best bet, especially since it's on Messenger, is to have her email it to you, or you could
I
email
wish I
it.
could just do a save as.
And
Yeah.
if you can, let's see, because I do it on Facebook all the time. Let's see. If there's a picture I like on Facebook, if you double click the picture, it pulls it up in its own window. And then at the bottom, it gives you options. And one of the options should be download. Messenger may not work the same way. But I know on Facebook, if as soon as it comes up, like I said, it's really slow today. We'll get that to come up. All right, yesterday's my dad's birthday, so this is our family. So if I want this picture, I just double click this picture, and it will pull it up in its own box or its own window. Okay, and you will see down at the very bottom as soon as it finishes loading, it has a command for options, and that one of the options is download. So if you see right here where it says options, if you click on those options, then you can download it, and then you can it'll click download, and then once it opens up, then you can tell it where to save it once you open it. Now if you have it on Messenger, you can try the same thing. Is you can go to your Messenger and double click it and see if it pulls up, and then do the same thing, see if it gives you options to download, and if it does, then go ahead and download it to your video file in your Dropbox.
Okay, I'll try that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, and then we have what's our next? Okay, we'll get Response Magic in a minute. That's going to be our last topic, because I want everybody to get Response Magic on their page before we end class today. Okay, here's one about your products. If you have a product that you want to market, but you don't know anything about the product, that's a good question. There's several different ways you can do that. If you pull up, if you go to Brunette Marketing, here they have, let's it up. You will see that the tabs on the right-hand side when you pull up your Brunette Marketing that says Preview Landing Page. And if you click on that, it will tell you each, about the product that it's marketing. I have one click this week. That's not good. I can do some more advertising. Okay. So if you come here and you click on these landing pages, it will take you to the company that is marketing to, and then you can read about the company, read about their blogs that are on your pages, because they'll have blogs there. Oh, sorry, not available. Okay. I wonder if it's still down. All right, so same way here. You can just come here and read about the different things that it has to offer. Read about all of its information. You see right here where it says about the companies. You can read about, the resources. Just read up on the company and see what you want to write about. Just because you've been approved for a company doesn't necessarily mean you have to write about that company. So that's one of the things that, you can look for. Same thing when you go to ClickBank, CJ. It actually has the same thing when you log into CJ. They have the same information. And you can just click on the company, and right up underneath it, it'll have a link that goes straight to that company, and you can do the same thing. You can read their blogs. So you can go to my advertisers. You can tell I didn't do anything yesterday. I didn't have, my scores are very low from yesterday. So once that comes up, you would just do the same thing. You will click on that company's link up underneath your page. And then, you know, go to their website, read their blog information. A lot of the companies will actually have, if you go to the About screen, once it pulls up, I just have a lot. Come on. All right, it's taking too long. Yeah, it's getting a code. So my internet's a little too slow. So we'll come back to that. But that's what you would do, is just read. It would have information when you click on. It would say, when you go to get your code, it will say about some more information, and it'll say get your click code. Just read the one that says about the company. It'll have your information there, give you all the statistics. It'll tell you where it can market, where it can't market. And then it'll tell you about the company itself. If you, same thing, click on the URL that's up underneath the title of your company, then it will take you to a page, and you can do the same thing, scroll down to the bottom, and you can, you know, actually read about the company, read their blogs that other people have sent in for them, and get some ideas about the company itself. And then you can make the decision on whether or not you want to market it or how you want to market it, and go that way. A lot of the stuff that I do is based on personal experiences on my blogs. And you know, I'll go through and pick out some other company, you know, other statistics in there that I might like, you know, especially if it talks about the ingredients. You know, if it's a natural product like Soap Creek, I'll put in, you know, that they do use natural ingredients. Same thing with the Valentis. I'll put in an ingredient code in there, or ingredient packet. So it just depends on what you want to put in there, on how you want to write your article about. That makes sense? We got somebody jumped on. Who jumped on? All right. So then let's see. Is that Dave, Mr. Dave? Did that answer your question? You can unmute yourself, Mr. Dave.
Yes, I did. Yeah, it did. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And we'll get the response magic here in a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so then our next question is, all right, Mr. Bruce. All right, on WordPress, it doesn't show the categories because that would be just too much information that it would have to try to display. So once you go to all pages, the only thing it's going to do is just show you your pages, because that's all you're literally asking for, is just, you know, your pages that you want done. It's not going to show you the categories. That's why you should have a sitemap, either from your instructor, which is me. I'll send you a sitemap that shows you where all your pages are. And all pages are not listed in a category, because you don't want every page in a category. It will just clog up your home page. You only want things in your home, in your categories, that are most popular, most relevant, trending. Your biggest higher ticket sales items is what you want there. You don't want every page that you create in your Dropbox, in a drop down on your categories. It would just be too much. This right here is the maximum that I would do. If there's something else, you know, if I write another page on, you know, chocolates or wine or food, then I will come in here and remove one of these out of the drop down. That does not mean it removes it out of your system. It's still there for them to search. It's just not in your drop down. But you don't want to have more than, you know, 7, 8 if you at all possible, because it's just too many. So that's why when you go to all pages, it's not going to show you the category, because you can change categories at any time and put something in there. You can create your new categories. So that's not something that WordPress would do. All it's concerned about, or all you know, is just making your pages. Then you can always come back to your menu and add your different page to your drop down. And the way to do that is fairly simple. You just go to your menus. If you have a page, it's like, hey, I really want to put this page in one of my menus. Then you will pull up your menu page, and it has your menu structure here. And over here on the left-hand side, it has all your most recent pages that you've done. If it's not here, say it was something that you made a couple of weeks ago and you want to put it in your menu structure now, then you would go to View All, and it would show you all the pages that you have in your system. But if it's something that you've done in the last couple of days, you know, week, it'll be here. Then you just click on, click the one that you have, add it to menu. It will put it down at the very bottom, the very last one, and it will put it as a category. And you don't want to do that unless you do want it as a category. And then you just drop and drag it to wherever you want to put it. Make sure you indent it to the right a little bit so that it will be a subcategory. And then you want to click Save Menu. Always click Save Menu. And then when you go back, that will be in your drop down. If you want to create a new category, then you will go to create a new page. You will put it all in caps, and then you will put a brief summary of what your new category is going to be about. And then you would do the same thing, come to your menu structure, click on whatever you just saved, and then you would put it however you want to arrange it and make sure that it's a category. Did that answer your question, Mr. Bruce?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Great. Fix that problem. Actually, I was speaking about when you go to your website /WP-admin, and then from there you click on all pages to see what products you have. And then in trying to make them my own, I don't know where to go look for them. Like reverse phone lookup, does that come from ClickBank or from?
Did I not send you a site map?
No.
I will send that to you. There's a site map that we have that will tell you exactly what your page is and where you need to find it. So
okay.
I will send that to you. I thought I had sent it to you. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I will get that sent to you when we get off the chat, and then it will have your page and what marketing house to go to get it.
Okay. I've wasted a lot of time looking for stuff.
Yeah, you can. And when you have that, you know, since you didn't have that, just Skype me and say, hey, where do I need to find this? That will clue me in to let me know, hey, I missed giving you something, and I'll get it to you. So,
okay.
Yep. So always, you know, if you run into struggles, just Skype me and say, hey, Sheila, I need this, or where can I find this? Because I don't want anybody, you know, not being able to find what they need and you know, being stuck or struggling with something. So always, you know, Skype me with any questions that you have, Mr. Bruce. Okay.
Hey, Sheila, can I have some of your money?
No, right now it's going towards hospital bills. Good question, though. All right. So what's our next question? Let's see. Where's my chat? Mm-hmm. All right, my video, I'm going to put my YouTube video link down here on the bottom. Y'all can go in and copy it. And I will put it on there. It usually takes about half an hour to download. And it has all my prior trainings in there too. So you can look at them and get caught up on anything that you might have missed. All right. So you can check that out. All right. There's the video. All right. Teresa, get with your instructor. They should have access to the sitemap from the instructor's corner. I can only give them to the ones that I have access to on Skype. So if your instructor should have that sitemap, all instructors do. So just get with her and say, hey, I need the most current sitemap, and they should be able to send it to you. Okay. Same thing, Mr. David. Just tell your instructor that you need the sitemap, and it's fairly simple. This is what mine looks like that I send my students. Hold on. Let's see if we can get this one to pull up. Let's do this one. We just updated it a few weeks ago because we had some stuff that we don't market anymore. Where'd you go? And what it does is it actually tells you your page, the name of your title page, and it will tell you if it's still valid, tell you what you need to do with it, and it'll tell you what company or marketing house it comes from. So like with this one, I actually have two different ones. So this is one of the older ones. It's still good. It'll tell you the name of your page or your title page, and then it'll tell you, like with Valentis, you need to get that from your instructor. You know, ACTV, Soap Creek, you need to get with Burnett, Coconut Oil, ClickBank. The other one is a little bit more, I don't know why it's not coming up. Let's try this again. I didn't like that. But yeah, all of the instructors will have a sitemap, and it'll just make it easier to navigate and find your information. Paul actually did a webinar on Thursday that helps you get through your systems. So you see I color-coded mine, you know, orange, gold, blue, CJ, instructors link. So it will tell you this one. We say now it's not available because now it's not available, but 2 weeks ago it was available. Same thing with the coconut oil. It says it's not available, but you can go, there's several different things that you can find on ClickBank for coconut oil. All right,
Sheila?
Yes.
The 9 reasons to use coconut oil is available on ClickBank, but it is as an alternative.
It's changed its name.
And so, one of my questions to you was, how do you load up that alternative?
Do the same thing. You would just get your link. So you would hit promote if it's on ClickBank. Just hit promote. You don't need to put in a tracking link. It's optional. And just it says get your hop link. So you would get your hop link, and then you would copy that link and put it in there. And then just change your verbiage to suit the new article or the new product. That's the good thing about ClickBank is they do have several products that basically promote the same thing. So you just have to make sure that your verbiage or your writing or your modification matches your new product that you put in there. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll be sending this to you, Mr. Bruce, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so what's our next question? The ACTV is it's sort of like an international free site that you can download and watch TV. It's not your mainstream TV. It's going to be a little offhand. Sometimes that site goes down, sometimes it's not. But it is a valid site. You only you don't make a whole lot of money off of it, but it's mostly there to gain traffic off for your system because everybody wants free TV at some point in time. But like I said, sometimes that site will go down, just like with the Soap Creek, we couldn't load it up. And it just, but the information that's there, they did update it. They did buy some new channels, so it may or may not be the same thing. Again, that is where you can go in and find new stuff. If you know that found something on YouTube that is more updated, by all means, change it out. That's what your modification and editing allows you to do. You don't have to keep the same pictures that are in your system or the same videos. If you find something that is better, then by all means put that in there. That's part of your modification and editing. And, just find, as long as it goes along with your article, then it's okay to go ahead and use it. But you don't want to put something that's totally in left field. A lot of these companies have updated since Roy did the original program. Which is what you have as a template. So yes, by all means, if you find something that's better or something that's more updated, go ahead and use that. Okay. Okay, good question, Teresa. If your instructor has not joined the wine club and you want to join, you need to let them know. Say, hey, I'm ready to join the wine club. They will either join before you do, or they will have to use their instructor's link. But you always want to go through your upline. If your instructor has not joined, then you will go up underneath their instructor. But I promise you, if you join, they'll get in. But you always use your instructor's link to join your wine club. Same way with Valentas, you always use your instructor's link. So just let them know, say, hey, I'm getting ready to join the wine club. I need a link. And they'll either join and get their own link, or they will give you their instructor's link. So that's how that will happen. All right. Yes, Mr. Lewis, those are on there. I'm going to put that link for Paul's webinars in here too. It's a protected site, but I'll put that in here for Paul's webinar. He will probably upload Thursdays because he redid it today. So I will put that in the chat, and then y'all can just download that if you don't have it. Use that password, and you can listen to all his previous messages too, and instructions that are there. Okay. All right, do we have any more questions? I know there's got to be more. We got 13 people here. So who has a question? If you want to, you can unmute yourself and ask me. No more questions?
Hello, it's Louis.
Yes.
Can we watch Paul on Thursday nights?
Yes. He will actually post his link for his webinars. Your instructor should be sending you that link every week for it. It doesn't change. Let's see, do I have that link saved? I don't think I have that link saved.
That's an instructor link, right? I mean,
yeah,
but it would be helpful for us to watch.
Yes, it would be, because he does like 30-minute sections, and he titles them. So by all means, you need to be there if you can. They're on Thursday nights at 9 o'clock, and then he does he redoes a repeat on Saturday mornings at 11 Eastern time.
9 Eastern on Thursdays?
9 Eastern, at night, 9 p.m. on Thursdays. And then he does a repeat of it on Saturday mornings if you can't make it on Thursday. So what you need to do is get with your instructor and say, hey, I need Paul's webinar link for Thursday nights. And it's usually the same thing for Saturdays.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any more questions?
Sheila, I have that link. Do you want me to send it to you, Paul's link?
Yeah, go ahead and post it in the chat, and then that way everybody can get access to it. Thank you,
Okay.
Estelle.
You're welcome.
So Estelle's going to post that link for Paul's webinar, so y'all can just copy it. It doesn't change. It's the same thing every week.
So if I'm still here, Louis. How do I find the chat later?
You can't. So what you need to do, once I close down, it'll be shut down. You can't get access back to this. So what we can do is I might try to find a way to put it in that YouTube link. But if you can't, either that or get with your instructor. They should have Paul's link because they should be attending also if they have the chance to. But he posted usually about 3 or 4 hours before he actually does his class. So just Skype your instructor and say, hey, I need Paul's links for Thursday night webinars.
Okay.
I just
And
put
also,
it in the chat.
Yeah, and also let them know that you need his link so that you can go watch his previous videos.
Sheila,
Yes, sir.
you can save your chat down at the bottom in the chat box. Click on more and it says save chat, and it'll save it. Well, it saves it automatically in my documents.
Oh, it does? I need that then. It doesn't give me that option.
Down where you type a new message, for
Oh, gotcha.
when you click on that more, it says save chat.
Okay, I'll do that before we leave, and then that way I can post it with everything. Yep. Gotcha. Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
See, we all learned something from each other. So I learned something new today. All righty. So anybody got any other questions? If not, we're going to go to Response Magic. Anything? All right. So some people were asking, what is Response Magic? Response Magic is this little magnet down here, right here, for you to get your people that visit your site to register with you, so that they can come in and be updated. You can create a newsletter. Some people do newsletters. I actually, once they sign up, I have them in my Scipio where they can, I'll send out information on new updates, be like, hey, I got this new product that's here, here's my blog page, send them out, different things. Anybody that's signed up on my Scipio, on my pages. So anyone that's registered for here, I have ways to keep up with them. You're creating your customers from here. So you want to make sure you have this on your page. Some people don't put it on their home page. I have it on my home page and all of my consecutive pages. That way I'm catching them no matter where they're at. And you can place it anywhere you want to. I always have mine at the top up underneath my search bar, so it's very visible. Some of you might be wondering, well, what is that clicking going across? That right there is my Google AdSense, which is what you need to be striving to get. If people click on this, never click on your own. You see, I'm hovering, I'm not clicking. Never click on your own. Google will give you 1 or 2 mishaps saying you did it by accident, but after that, they'll take it from you. You'll be banned from getting your Google AdSense back because you get paid for a click, whether they buy or anything. Even if somebody comes here and there's like, man, I'm tired of seeing those pop-ups, and they click it to go away, you get paid for that. If they click it and purchase, then you get a percentage. So there's several ways you get paid through Google AdSense. So you want to make sure you get your pages modified as fast as you can, so that you can get that, add new stuff, new content. Don't wait till your pages are done before you add stuff. If you got an idea, go ahead and create a new page and get that started. So what we're going to do is you're going to come into your Response Magic. And you're going to log in. So if you have access, I want you, and you do not have your Response Magic up, go ahead and minimize your Zoom screen and pull up your Response Magic so we can create that magnet.
Okay, hang on, Jill.
And I need you to mute yourself. Remember, I'm recording, so mute yourself unless you have a question. All right, so do we all have our Response Magic up?
No.
No, I don't know how to get out of here to go find it.
Okay. Can you, it should have like a dots up here in your chat or in your toolbar. It'll ask you if you want to minimize your information. Does it give you that option?
You have to write in this whole www.responsemagic.com/.
You should have it saved. That should be one of the portals that you have saved in your information.
I don't.
I have exit full screen. Is that what you meant?
Yes, you want to exit your full screen. Yep. And then that way it'll give you a little thumbnail at the top.
Oh, God.
All right, I'm going to have to mute. That static is. Okay. What we're going to do then is I'm just going to walk you through this and show you how to get your Response Magic. And then you can always come back to this and watch it. Also, Paul's webinar has a Response Magic video in there too. So when you're in your Response Magic, it's going to give you this option. You always want to be in your Create. And you want to go into your opt-in form. And since you don't have one, you want to create a new list. And then you want to name it. You can do your headline and it'll show right here as you go. And so you're going to name it however you want to. And this one will be Register for Updates. Okay. And then your call to action is what you want people to do. So here we're going to say stay informed. Oh, did the wrong one. Sorry. So this one is going to be PBS. This one is going to be Register for Updates. And then if you don't like that red, you can change the color. You can come here and say, hey, I would rather have it, a pink color or purple. And then you can change the different colors you want, darker purple. Then you can come here and hit choose, and then it changes it. Your call to action will be stay informed. All right. That one doesn't give you a color option. All right. We're not going to put a video in there. Here's your questions. You always want to make sure that your questions are in red, because if it's not, then they can leave without filling out the information. If it's in red, then it's required for them to fill it out. It comes with their first name, last name, and an email. I always like for them to put their state That way I can keep up with the time zone. Make sure that I, are calling them when they need to be called. And here you can say, if you want to say get instant access, or you can say, no. And same thing, if you want to be uniformed, get your color. And then here, you do not want them to use their Facebook, because that only gives you an email account. And then you want to make sure that this information is correct, especially your name spelling. This is just their opt-out form that says, yes, they have the option to opt out of your email. So that's good. Do you want to receive notifications when somebody fills this out? Yes, you do. That doesn't necessarily mean that it will happen. Sometimes they don't send you emails right away. It might be a couple of days before they send you something. Sometimes they don't send it at all. But you always want to come back and check and see. So then you want to come here. You do want to go to a custom URL. And then what you're going to do is go back to your system. If you have a thank you page, if you created a thank you page, you can send them to that thank you page. I always send them to my home page, because it's my thank you page is my home page. So you're going to copy this information up here. You're going to go back to your opt-in form, and you're going to paste your URL, and then you're going to submit to get code. Now, when you get that code, you're going to come here. This is the code that you need. It's the one in this gray box, okay? So you need to copy all of this, the whole thing. It's huge. So you're going to copy that. Then you're going to go back to your site. And you're going to go to your dashboard, or go to your widgets, actually. So when your menu drops down, you're going to go to your widgets. I didn't do it. We're going to go to our widgets. And because we want it to show up on all of our pages, you're going to get a text tab, and you're going to move it to your left of menu, and it's going to show down here. You always want to be in your text column. You have visual and text, always be in text, and you're going to paste that information there. Okay, once you paste it, you're going to hit save, and then you're going to hit done. And then that puts that tab there. Then you want to go grab you another one, and you want to put it on the right side. That way it shows up on all of your pages. Same thing. Text tab, paste, save, and done. And then you can go to your, back to your site. And you will see that information is there now. So if you scroll down to the bottom of my site, you will see my new magnet right there. Okay. And the reason you want to put it on the left and the right, the left side is for your home page only. The right side is for all consecutive pages after that. Okay. All right. So we got another question in chat. All right, good. If you have Response Magic, then you are good to go. Okay, do we have any more questions?
I will keep trying, this is Constance, to put that in, but for some reason on my other computer, I'm trying and it's not going in, whatever.
Okay. All right, we'll get there. We'll get it. All right, any more questions? I know this
Nothing for me, Sheila. Thank you.
Okay, good. Everybody know how to put their links in their site, correct? All right. All righty. So if we,
Miss Linda Marie.
yes. Hi there, Miss Linda Marie. How are you? You made it.
I did, but I need to know where to put the questions for you to answer.
Well, since you're talking, go ahead and ask me.
They left my brain. I finally got to talk to you. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm back to mute out.
All right. So, so if we don't have any more questions, we are going to call it a day so I can crawl back into bed for a few minutes before my next session. Get me some more rest. And if, like I said, if you have any questions at all, let me know, because I don't want anybody to not be able to get their site where they need to go.
Hope you feel better.
Yes.
I do too. I got some good medicine. It's just, I don't like being sick.
I don't blame you. Thank you.
All right.
Just-
We don't like you.
We got a couple more
Just to-
questions.
Just a reminder to everybody to save their chat here before you hang up.
Yes, everybody save your chat, and that way you can get to it